Ja Morant is one of the most electric young basketball players in the NBA, and a guy who's responsible for the Grizzlies now being a threat in the Western Conference, and looks like that'll be the case for years to come. But unfortunately, he continues to find himself in trouble, and this time it sounds pretty ridiculous. The idea that Ja Morant, a multi-millionaire, a massive star in the NBA, would be punching a 17-year-old kid a dozen times all over a basketball game, a pickup basketball game at his house, not really something that you want one of your big stars to be getting into. Grizzlies' Ja Morant accused of punching and flashing a gun at a 17-year-old. Now, Ja Morant's only 23 years old. You know, he's a young guy himself. There's no doubt. But when you're this type of guy in this type of place with that type of money, this type of status, leading a franchise, you can't be getting in to dumb shit like this. But it looks like Ja Morant is living the thug life at home. Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies has been accused of punching and flashing a gun at a 17-year-old, according to a police report. The police report initially obtained by the Washington Post shows Morant allegedly punched the teen 12 to 13 times during a basic basketball game at his house last summer, just 4 days after he assaulted a mall security guard. Here is the entire quote from the Post. Last summer, in an encounter that had not been previously reported, the head of security at a Memphis mall told police that Morant threatened him during an altercation in the parking lot, leaving him alarmed enough that he filed a police report. A member of Morant's group shoved the director in the head, he told police. No arrests were made, records show. 4 days later, Ja Morant repeatedly punched a teenage boy in the head during a pickup basketball game at Ja Morant's house, the boy told police. Morant and his friend struck the 17-year-old so hard, they knocked him on the ground and left him with a large knot on the side of his head, according to a police report narrative written by deputies who did observe the boy's injuries. Now, Ja Morant has a slightly different story, and we will get into his side of the story. The teenager later told detectives Morant went into his house and reemerged with a gun visible in the waistband of his pants and his hand on the weapon. Morant, however, told police that he, quote, swung first, but only after the teen threw a ball directly at his hand. Morant believes the teen aggressed him first before it escalated. So somebody threw the ball at your hand, not your head, not your chest, that they threw a ball at your hand. And that was enough to make you punch him in the head 12 times, a dozen times. That's what Ja Morant's excuse is to police. Morant also told the police, the boy shouted as he left, "I'm going to come back and light this place up like fireworks." Morant filed a police report about the boy's language, saying he threatened the family. So after the 17-year-old filed a police report about Ja Morant, they brought him in for questioning. Ja Morant filed a police report about that. The 23-year-old Morant has risen to star status in the NBA quickly, signing a big deal with Nike, as well as having a top-selling jersey. Shelby County DA office prosecutor said in a statement, they declined to press charges against Morant, believing there is not enough evidence to proceed with the case. To Morant's credit, his agent is saying the allegations are unsubstantiated rumors and gossip that are being spewed by people motivated to tear Ja down and tarnish his reputation for their own financial gain. Now, again, he's not even disputing that he got in a fight with this 17-year-old. He's just saying that, well, the reason I hit him is because he threw a ball at my hand. When it all comes down to it, how much of this is 100% accurate? Is it totally the way it's being described? Is Ja Morant totally justified? Not sure. I do know that if Ja Morant was part of my team, if I were part of the Memphis Grizzlies organization, I'd be really fucking worried already about what this dude is doing in his spare time. His dad thinks he's a big, massive star. Ja Morant's dad, T. Morant, always out there causing problems on the sidelines, shades on inside, trying to act like he's fucking, I don't know, some superstar musician or something. But this looks like it might be a problem for Ja Morant. These off-court antics where he's trying to act hard might not end up very well for him in the long run. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.